Yo, it's the Talk That Real podcast.
We in the building.
Back at it.
We are back at it.
We got
Man.
the
Back
council
at
back.
it.
Consistency.
Back at it. We have been consistent, man.
Consistency.
I'm proud of us. I am proud of us.
He's
still-
like 101
He's
J.
still doing the
Yeah. Episode 111, y'all.
101 J.
proud of us, man. We doing all right out here.
Before
Keep
you
it consistent.
Before you go any further, hit that subscribe button
There
if
you
you're
go.
on YouTube.
Uh-huh.
Like, share, do all that good stuff. If you listen on one of the streaming sites, make sure you give us a 5-star review.
Yes, please.
Yes.
Yeah, and share this.
Don't make
Retweet
us
it.
beg.
Y'all see the clips
I'm
out
not-
there.
I'm not-
Share
I
them,
will
comment.
I'm not big.
I will beg.
Retweet it. Do something. Whatever,
Yeah.
Hey, but appreciate y'all, though. For the ones that's been steady rocking with us, man. We appreciate y'all, man.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
We
And
appreciate
shout out
it,
to the people nominating us, man, for the.
Yeah, we got a couple of nominations. We'll see if we made it.
We'll see.
Soon.
Yeah, like Friday.
We'll see if we made it to the nomination list. Then
Hold on.
we're gonna need y'all help again to vote so we can
Right,
win.
yeah, so we can win. Exactly, yeah.
It's the People Choice Award, so if we need the people.
We
Yeah.
do need the people.
You know what I'm saying?
Let me know so I can get my fit together.
I know,
Hey,
right?
real talk.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
no,
looked
real
up the
talk.
ticket prices today.
You know what
Would
I'm
you?
Yeah.
How much are they?
Depends on like what type of tickets you want. I think general admission is like 45.
They ain't
not
bad,
bad,
though.
not bad.
Yeah, they ain't bad at all.
So 90.
Yeah.
Yeah, 90.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
What
yeah.
about like VIP tickets?
Yeah, that's what we need.
That's
A little bit more
yeah,
change.
that's more
I might
change,
got vacations
you know
to take.
what I'm
Hey,
saying?
listen, right, man. If you listen to the podcast, we've been homies since high school.
Hey, that's hilarious. Yeah, no.
I would never do that to my. I'll ask for discount from my homies. They price is they price, man.
Man,
Like,
I ain't mad at it.
they price is they price. I ain't gonna, that's my guy, but I ain't gonna even do that to him.
That's
He
hilarious.
deserved the price he put out there.
But I'm saying, if y'all homies, I'm just
I
saying.
mean, if he want to offer it, it's
yeah, I'm
different.
just saying.
But I ain't
you know
gonna
what I
ask
mean?
for it
I mean,
while
it's
I'm
fair.
asking for it. Right,
It's
But I ain't
fair.
gonna. You know what I'm saying?
It's fair. It's fair, man.
Shout out to T Ray, man. Keep doing your thing, bro.
I like it.
yeah.
I like it. You got a
All
question
right, man,
for
let's-
us?
let's get into
Los,
this question, man.
What you got for us?
Now ready?
Yes. Oh Lord, he giggling already. It looked like a long one too.
We're right into
I'm all
it.
up
Here
in
we
your
go.
phone.
Yeah, you are. It's okay though.
It is okay. Read.
That was a lot. That was a lot.
He gave you that church, old school
Yeah,
church read.
You know what I'm saying? All right, here we go.
Oh man.
I've been married with my wife for about 8 months.
Mm-hmm.
We dated for 4 years before getting engaged. Before we got engaged and married.
Okay. 4 years.
I love her. Like she's my soulmate type of
Ooh,
love.
Deep. Okay.
The problem.
Uh-oh.
And the problem.
We don't do any of the things we used to do before we were married.
Okay.
Before we got married.
Mm-hmm.
Like bedroom stuff. My wife is my wife is bisexual.
Mm-hmm.
So we've had threesomes with women we've picked up from the grocery store, the bar, and even one of her friends.
Mm.
Like we used to get it in.
Oh.
Now she just wants to have sex with just her and I. I enjoy the sex, but sometimes I still find myself wanting someone in the bed with us. My question is, if this is something that I really want, shouldn't I demand it from her? She is my wife, and she's supposed to please me. How aggressive should I be?
Yikes.
How aggressive should I be with it, or will that cause me to lose my soulmate?
Demand is a very strong word there,
Yeah.
sir.
Yeah,
Or ma'am, maybe? I don't know. No. He said bisexual.
Yeah, it's a guy.
Yeah,
It's a
demand
guy.
is a very strong word.
Yes.
Now, here's the thing.
Okay.
I get it. I totally understand they had a lifestyle
Yeah.
before they got married.
Yes.
But here's the thing. When you get married, things change.
Things
Absolutely change.
Yeah.
So here's what I'm saying. I don't know if I would go out there and demand something,
Yeah.
but I think inquiring is
Yeah.
not a bad idea.
Okay.
Inquire. demanding just, that's a whole nother ball game.
I don't think that's gonna go well.
I don't think that's gonna go over too well.
Yeah,
but inquire, just tell her like, hey, yo, we used to do this before we got married. Like, what's up? What is the difference now?
Yeah.
Why can't we? Just ask questions. Just ask questions.
I feel that.
Demanding is strong though, man.
That's a strong thing.
It's strong.
I guess he's saying like he don't want to demand it because he doesn't want to like lose his, he says, soulmate.
Yeah.
But he like, I guess it seems like he just trying to find the best way to like say, hey, I still want to do this.
Yeah, which is fine.
But my thing is like,
tread lightly, my brother.
Tread lightly though.
Because here it is. Like when you become a husband and wife, it's just different.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
And it kind of goes into the main topic. Like, so I'm trying not to tread lightly.
Yeah.
Because these are things they should have discussed.
Yeah.
Like, is this type of thing going to continue?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because sometimes boyfriend and girlfriend or whatever, you're just having fun.
Sure.
Yeah.
And sometimes that lifestyle may get old. So my question is she still bisexual?
I mean,
because if she's still bisexual, that means she has the desire too for women. And maybe she's doing her own thing without you, my brother.
You gonna plant that seed in his head, huh?
Hey,
you gonna plant that seed in that man's head.
He said she's bisexual.
Yeah.
So that means she wants other women. So she wouldn't have a problem bringing in.
That means she wants them. That doesn't mean she may be attracted to him.
No, attracted to a woman doesn't woman attracted to another woman doesn't make her bisexual.
Well, just because she attracted to another man, I mean, she gonna go out and cheat with another man.
But what I'm saying is he's made the statement that she is bisexual. That's what he said.
Yeah.
That means she messes with other women. Not just attracted to, actively messes with. That's the only way you're bisexual.
Sexually.
Okay. Yeah. That's the only way. Right? So, my thing, if she's that, why is she no longer bringing women into bed? My question, what I'm wondering, like, is she still doing something on the side with women and you just like, now you're not getting brought in and you like, hey, what about me?
Yeah, and so my thing is you have to, I don't know, you really have to understand that your lifestyle is going to be different. Like, and some people can hide their lifestyles before they get married.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, for instance, you could be like, y'all can go on dates and y'all can kick it. Y'all can, get home about 11:30. You know what I'm saying? Chill. You drop her off, and you go to the bar. You know what I'm saying? And you hanging out till like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, and she just never knows this. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can hide aspects of your life from the person you with. You know what I'm saying? I think in this situation, she brought in an aspect of her life into like their relationship. He enjoyed it, and now he like, I want to keep having.
I still want that,
Yeah.
Which is fair.
Maybe he should try to introduce the poly route.
They married now.
They can still bring another person in a poly relationship.
Hey man,
that consistently gets you somebody there.
Yeah.
But what he looks like is he was in love with the random and multiple. He like, we used to pick up women here, we used to pick up women here, and now we don't pick up women anywhere.
Yeah.
And then he gonna go to her and she gonna be like, am I not enough now?
Maybe.
That's how she can easily take it that way.
Yeah.
Like, hey, once we got married, I wanted to be all that you wanted and all that you desired. And if she says that, then how does he react? Because now your desire, she opened up this door. Yeah. They opened up this desire. Because some people have those desires, but until and then they never got met, so they'll never understand it. And once you didn't had that, and now you like, it becomes like your norm. You like, well, shoot, I'm still want that high.
Yeah.
And then my thing is, I'm wondering, because he said they was dating for 4 years. Like, over the course of those 4 years, how often was this a thing? Because I'm like, if it was often, over the course of 4 years,
you can't just take it away.
Like it was kind of often.
You know what I mean? Like, that just sounds,
it sound like that was their Saturday night.
That's what I'm saying. So, like, it's fair for him to still be like, hey, what's up?
You picking up women in the grocery store. Like, y'all out here.
You know what I'm saying? So, I think it's a fair question to ask, like, hey, what's going on? Why we don't do this anymore?
Yeah, 100%.
I don't no to the demand.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna tell you, man,
Demanding is not good.
Like some man. Sometimes, man, a woman might just put a line in the sand just to do it.
Real talk.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Like, okay, now what? No, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like just be
now
careful.
what you
with
gonna
that.
do?
Like, be careful with that.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna say because remember, man, because you say you're gonna have to stand on it.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So
Facts.
if you demand something, man, you're gonna have to stand on it. So be careful.
Yeah.
You can't demand what somebody should do with their body.
That's what I'm saying.
She's
It's like
involved.
you have to, like, bro, like if you're gonna stand on that, like if that's gonna be your hill you die on,
Yeah.
like just know
You really don't want that soulmate in your life.
like just know, like
I mean, because I'm like, if you out here, that's my soulmate, I love her.
and then you talk about demanding.
Yeah,
I demand we bring another woman in this bed.
Yeah, it's like, whoa, pump the brakes.
Like, yeah, bro.
She's like, bro, I was doing you a favor.
Huh? So
Right, no,
She gonna like, bro, I was doing you a favor back then.
Yeah, like
favor's done.
That's the
the
thing
favor's
about
over.
that. Like,
Yeah, it's over.
the favor's over.
It's a wrap.
once the woman ain't cool with it, it's a wrap, bro.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Ain't
It is
nothing
what
you
it
can
is.
do,
No,
bro.
bro. Don't care what you got going on, bro.
Don't care about no damn demand.
Yeah.
What? Nah.
Nah,
And
bro.
so she probably gonna laugh at you. She was like, yeah, all right. Anyway, you want this pizza or not? You know what I'm saying? Like,
First of
she
all,
don't care
no,
nothing
don't tell
about
me
you.
no to my demand and then ask me if I want frozen pizza.
Yeah,
I want some shrimp scampi or something. If you're gonna say no to my demand,
she gonna say no to that too.
Oh.
She gonna say no to that.
You
too.
gonna and he
can't
gonna
have nothing.
he gonna say yes to that pizza.
Get
I'll
some
take
Facts,
it.
yeah.
I'll
You
take
some
it.
box
Is it stuffed
Alfredo.
crust?
Yeah.
Boxed out.
I'd rather take a frozen pizza.
You know?
Hey, facts.
I'd rather take a
She
frozen
gonna
pizza.
give me the frozen
She gonna
pizza.
pour that
Box
powder in
Alfredo.
like a little
Oh,
skillet.
it's
Stir it
terrible.
up.
It's
No.
so bad.
Like,
It's so bad.
It's levels
Throw
to
that
cooking.
in the trash. Box Alfredo
Oh,
is
man.
wild. Throw it in the garbage.
Oh man,
Well, good luck to you, sir.
Yeah.
Godspeed.
Yeah, Godspeed.
Be careful, though.
Yeah.
I like
Bro, it look like it's just you and her for the rest of your life. That's
It is what it
like
is.
if you were signing up for
Get
something
used to it,
different,
bro.
you probably should have made that clear.
Yeah, for real.
Unless she changed her mind.
Yeah, and she has a right to.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you,
Maybe she's not
It don't
bisexual.
seem likely though.
Maybe
if y'all used to do that now, like it's been like hair her butts.
It's only been 8 months.
Man, if they
They new to the marriage.
If they used to do that, if that was their thing. You know, thing gonna take 8 months, bro. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right,
Hey, that's wild. Though.
That's wild.
I get it. You can't give me 4 years of that. And then, you know, what you got for us, Nickel?
All right, so this lady posted.
Uh huh.
She said, first step in taking accountability. So this is the first part.
Okay.
This ain't the question yet. First step is taking accountability. I had some real good men, and I didn't want them. Something is wrong with me, realizing I'm the problem.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to add to my prayer, Lord, send one that I want. So I put from from the podcast page, I was like, for insight, why didn't you want them?
Okay.
And she's like, multiple reasons. One in particular was boring.
What was the guy?
The
was
guy
boring?
was boring. He was a
Okay.
good man, but he was boring.
Okay.
And I said, good but boring makes sense. She said, I'm realizing, this is the question. Let me see if y'all rolling with this or not.
Okay.
I am realizing most good men are boring,
Mm-hmm.
and that's not going to work for me. Are y'all rolling that most good men are boring? I asked for clarification. I said, define boring because it may be different from each person.
Well, define good. What is good?
I guess it was a good, we kind of talked about what
they're
we feel like
both
good men.
ambiguous.
In his life.
It's very ambiguous.
Only talks about business and work and then goes home. So that's boring.
Well, yeah, it's boring. Yes.
Yeah.
But I mean, you got to define what is good to her, though. I want to
So-
know what does good mean to her.
I
But she
think
says
we
she
have
has some
to
good
put-
men. So whatever good means to her, that means
Yeah.
probably like well off. Because if they only talking about business and work, that probably means financially or business wise, they're probably well off. They probably got their life together.
Sure.
From a financial stability standpoint, is what I'm thinking about it as.
Mm-hmm. Yo, Siri.
You got the feds.
What's up, man?
What's Siri?
Siri need a exorcism?
Lost the feds,
Bruh.
bruh.
That mother started talking. I'm like, I'm about to throw this
Hey,
mug.
bro,
yo.
yeah. Siri
I'm
need
like-
an exorcism, boy. Yikes. You gonna put it down?
Yeah.
Put that
For
down.
real. But anyway.
All right. So,
that's what I'm thinking. Like financially stable, probably treats her good.
Yeah.
Okay.
With respect, does all of these things that kind of like when we talk about what a good man is.
Sure.
So those things. So let's say what we define on the other podcast. If y'all haven't listened to it, go check it out.
You should.
About what a good man is, defining a good man. So let's say all of that, but he's boring. So are all good? Her statement was that for the most part, most good men are boring.
It's false. I'm not rolling.
Yeah,
I'm just not rolling.
You consider yourself a good man? Would you say?
Yeah, absolutely.
Are you boring?
Far from it. Now, my girl would say that I'm predictable, but predictable doesn't mean boring.
It could to some.
It could to some,
Okay.
but to her it doesn't.
What do you mean by predictable?
And she says more so like with jokes or something.
Oh, okay.
But boring? Nah. I've never been told that I'm boring. Ever.
Yeah.
And I mean that in every aspect.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
I didn't
He
know.
hit you with the deep voice.
Okay.
In case you were wondering.
Yeah, I just thought I might put it out there.
In case you were
I've
wondering.
never been told I'm boring.
I've never been told that.
Okay.
And
in
no
any
one was
aspect.
wondering, but I just thought, hey,
No one.
we're having a conversation. We
Okay.
on a podcast.
Listen, hey, do you? Hey. Hey, man.
But yeah, no, I've never been told I'm boring. I don't think I'm boring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it. I don't think I'm a boring guy either.
Mm-hmm.
I like to enjoy life.
Yeah. Travel a little bit.
Yeah.
There are some good, adventurous men out there.
Yeah.
That's what I think. Like this person is saying.
I'm not about to go skydiving like every other weekend, and I'm like,
I would go skydiving.
Listen. I love having fun. I just don't think I should have to risk my life to have it. So it's like skydiving's cool, you know what I'm saying? For like, but that's not my thing.
It's fair.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like I said,
And somebody may consider you boring for that. Because that's my thing. Like you have to define it.
Yeah.
Because boring, like who she may think is boring, may be the top. Like somebody that's really, let's say, she said only talks about business and work.
Then I would agree with that.
And then goes home.
I would totally agree with
I
that.
would say that's boring.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But there are some business-minded women out there that will love that.
100%.
You know, definitely if there's some entrepreneur, like we didn't know some. That's all they wanted to talk about.
100%.
You know, and it's like, okay, that's their thing. You know, I think for her, she's probably, I guess, like, maybe she's adventurous, so she wants more thrill and risk seeking. I don't know. I don't know her like that. So you know, but yeah, I was just like, all good men, most good men are boring. I'm like, I know some good men. They seem to have pretty much a lot of fun in their life.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
It's just subjective.
It's very subjective.
And I'm not rolling like if the person is so boring, like you gotta like figure out like what do you really want out of it? Like what are you seeking that's fun? You know what I'm saying? Like
right.
Because if you look at the if you look at the facts, there are multiple good guys that are not boring.
For true.
So you have to ask yourself, why are you finding the boring ones?
Right.
Well,
You know what I'm saying? Like what's up with you? Like you the common denominator. You know what I'm saying? Like let's look at that.
I mean, but she's claiming, I will say this, that they're good men. You know, and maybe, you know, she attracts ones that are business people.
Sure.
You know, so and sometimes a person can be boring just because they haven't been opened up to more things.
Yeah, that's true too.
So, you know, maybe if she does get sent a good one, you know, maybe it ain't that he needs to be this ultra adventurous person, but be an open-minded person.
Yeah.
That can be like, you know what? I ain't ever done this before, but I'm down.
Yeah.
You know,
like
because sometimes people that's been focused on work, business, and all that, they need that opposite.
Right.
That adventurous person to come and say, hey, loosen up a little bit, take your tie off, and let's go hop on these four-wheelers.
Yeah.
And have a great time. Or, you know what, let's go to on a vacation and maybe he's been born in missionary business all the time and say, no, you know, bend me over the balcony. Like maybe she need to open him up and introduce him to some things, right? You know,
open him up.
But maybe she's been with people that's some proves and it's like,
no, open him up.
don't open him. No.
I didn't like that.
Yeah, I don't like that. No, I'm rolling with that.
I want to just move on.
I didn't say it. He said it.
I want to move on and not mention it.
I'm talking about open his mind.
Yes.
Like, why open his mental.
You take it there, sir.
Open his mental aspect to some things he's never experienced before.
True, yeah.
And it have to be open-minded because, some people just don't know. All they know is bedroom sex, missionary, doing everything by the book.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Just no risk-taking whatsoever.
Yeah.
Everything has to be calculated, and that's boring.
I can see how that could be boring.
Yeah, that could be boring, But for somebody, that may be great.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they just a boring couple together.
Hey, that's funny.
And I'm like, there are people who don't like stuff like that, and they cool, they exist, and they happy together. But what I'm saying is, you have to make sure that I don't know, like be able to see what you enjoy,
and
like,
I think
what you enjoy, and then like talk to the person about the stuff you enjoy.
Cause I think this is gonna all tie into the main topic. I really do because these type of conversations have to happen
Absolutely
quickly, definitely on that. But sometimes that boring stuff, from first phone call.
Yeah, no, real talk. Seriously.
Like if you can't have a good conversation, the first conversation and the second, there is something wrong.
Yeah, no,
y'all don't know anything about each other. So there's a wealth of things to talk about.
Real talk.
And if all this person has to talk about is their business and work, I'm straight.
Yeah, I'm over.
Yeah, for real.
Over.
Because first of all, I don't want to talk about work.
Exactly.
Yeah. Now, I'll talk about work with my lady now, then probably we both go. Even then, we'll be like, hey, 5 more minutes about work, and we ain't talking about work no more. But that's because we're talking about our day and everything we've been through. Yeah. But on first conversation, we wasn't sitting there talking about work for the longest.
Work?
We don't hear about work.
Yeah, I'm straight.
Yeah.
So
gross. You
got to have better questions than what's my favorite color.
And I'm talking about work in the sense of like talking about like the mundaneness of work.
Right.
Now, if you got some good work stories,
you got some good work stuff we can talk about.
You know what I'm saying?
No,
like some fun thing happen, like we can do a conversation. But I'm not about to just say, I'm an accountant. Yeah, I have to go
talk about assets and acquisitions.
Bro, no.
My portfolio.
Nah, bro, I'm good.
Yeah, and that does excite some people.
Yeah,
that's good for you.
Keep at least 100 white feet.
Yeah.
Not rolling.
No, not rolling.
There are good people out there, that are men and women that are not boring, but they're good. And we pray that God sends you one.
Yes. Humble.
I do not have an issue rolling. I was sitting here looking for one. I couldn't find one. I don't have one.
Would y'all roll with this? Women can open men up to newer things and different experience easier than a man can open a woman up to newer things and different experience.
Absolutely. I think I feel like I'm rolling with that. I feel like men can be complacent in a lot of things. They may say, "Hey, that's just something I like," and not really try to get like the person they're with. Like, no knock on them or not, like, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like they're just not like, "Hey, if I like seafood, I might ask you want to try it, but I'm not trying to like turn you on to be a seafood person."
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like women, no, they want you to be a seafood person.
Like, try this. You haven't tasted it. Don't tell me you don't like something you never tried.
Yeah, I did. No, we got to go here. They got the best seafood.
But it's like, what if I have tried and I know I don't like it?
Then there's there.
Yeah.
Because I think like even, let's say even things like the way a person dress.
Uh-huh.
I think a woman has more persuasion, let's use that word, to change a man's style of dress than a man can change a woman's style of dress.
Yes, I will roll with that. 100%.
So the woman can be like, "Hey, I want you to try this." Like, long as it ain't something too far. Like, there's nothing like my girl can't bring me anything that's gonna make me have the pouch thing across my chest, like the
little satchel.
Yeah, that ain't me.
Satchel.
Yeah, like I ain't knocking nobody to do it. That's the style for something.
Yeah,
it ain't for my build.
Like them little.
I think I could rock a satchel.
I think
not a fanny pack.
Not the fanny pack,
but it's a fanny pack that you wrap around.
Like you could, cause I feel like it fits more tall, slender people.
Yeah,
it looks better on them than short and stocky.
Yeah.
like,
no, real talk.
Like so, like it don't look right. It wouldn't look right on me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it's just like some fits. But I think a woman could be like, "Hey, babe, I want you to try this."
What are you
on.
carrying there?
That's my thing. I don't
Your
have
wallet,
enough.
your gun, your
gun.
keys. Like, look at my keys. I got junk on my keys. I'd like to have a little satchel, throw my keys in. You feel me?
I think you can pull it off.
I don't see
I
why
might
you
get
got
a little
it.
satchel.
Yeah,
Or you can just take all that junk off your keys.
Well, not everything on there is important though.
No, it's not.
Yeah,
It's not.
I got my my hand sanitizer. I got my.
You don't have to have the biggest bottle of hand sanitizer. That's like a big bottle.
It
of hand
is,
sanitizer.
but that's the only size they had.
Oh my God.
Neither here or there.
Yeah. I'm just saying.
I see what you're saying. As far as like dress and stuff like that, yes.
Yeah, just hey, baby, let's go try this. Let's go. I just think a woman is more persuasive over a man. Like a man, more.
A woman is more persuasive
because a man's like, first of all, we want to keep them happy. So we like,
So they gonna try to see food. No, they hate seafood.
So we go.
Just give me the shrimp. Give me the shrimp. You
no,
know what I'm
so
saying?
we'll try different things. But guess what? Like, it's cool. I like things now that I never knew I would have liked.
Such as
Vegetables.
Huh?
Like before my lady, like I was broccoli. That was about it. Greens and cabbage. Probably,
I got you.
That's probably was it. But she
Uh-huh.
opened me up to things and showed me that vegetables can be cooked a certain way and taste good.
Okay.
I eat healthier now.
I got you.
You know, like so it's just things like that that I think a woman has more persuasion over man, definitely because you just go along with like cool. Definitely if she cooking.
It ain't no big deal.
It ain't like sure, I don't care. Like I'm gonna eat what you put on the table.
Yeah.
You know, if she brings something home like or show me an outfit like, hey, I want to see you in this, I have to absolutely not be feeling it completely. Like, no, I'm not doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know. But a woman has a way of watching it and she'll look at a man and be like, you know what, this will look good on you. Dudes, we ain't really got that. We'll look at our woman and be like, this could look good, but we're like, oh man, you gotta try this on because you say you a size 6, but in this you might be a size 5, or in this you may be a size 8.
Yeah, it's too much.
It's just too much. They make their shoes like 7.5, and then it's 7.5 wide. Like, how am I supposed to know if it's wide or not? Like, it's a lot.
It's too much.
It's a lot that goes into it. And women are more just when they ain't like, no, I'm not trying that. They ain't trying it.
Yeah. It's like, no. I'm like, all right.
Who y'all think has more persuasion when it comes to the bedroom though?
Women.
Women.
I don't know. Now,
Like,
I would say women.
If they not into it, it's a wrap.
It's a wrap.
But what I will say is, if they're not into it, it's a wrap. But mostly everything they into probably came from a man at some point.
I'm gonna say this: women are more gross than men. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. So I won't agree with they doing it because a man brought it to them. I'm saying they already wanted to do it anyway. They found a man that's gross enough to do it.
Nah, I feel like that's. I mean, I'm not gonna disagree.
I can see both points.
But I think a lot of times, like once a woman falls in love,
yeah,
and the man's like, "Well, turn over. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this." And then she gets open to it, and she likes it. That man, whatever reason that may end, she takes it something because dudes, we are prideful.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, if a woman be like, "I want to try this," and you ain't never done it,
mm-hmm.
your pride still is kind of be like, "Well, I can't say no because I ain't trying to see it." Like now, certain things you need to have some boundaries.
100%.
Like
just some boundaries.
You got to have some boundaries, my fellas out there. Like some of y'all ain't got none.
Sickos,
right? But hey, enjoy your life.
Whoremongers.
But some things like women are just more open to. I mean, like it can open a man to that he, his pride ain't gonna be like, man, I ain't never done that. I don't know if I'm down with that or not. But he's like, shoot, man, she down. I ain't trying to seem like I ain't. On certain things, like I said, you have your boundaries.
Listen, women are just more gross than men. I'm sorry.
Because if a woman ever introduced you to something,
moving right along, main topic.
Yours
please.
is a faithful watcher.
Listen. All right, man. What we got? Come on, keep it. Go. Get us out of here.
All right, so listen, man. Let's jump into this main topic. And what I want us to talk about today, or what we want to talk about today, is things like important questions that you should discuss before getting into a serious relationship.
Okay.
Serious.
And honest, and when I want to just put it out there, like when I say serious, I'm talking like an exclusive a relationship to where I feel like y'all feel like there's some longevity there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So this is a serious relationship.
Exclusive.
There's meaning, feelings, love, all that there, and y'all want to move forward.
Y'all entertaining the next steps of exclusive.
Yeah.
relationships.
So that's a couple questions that I feel and we feel that are important to, discuss.
Okay. Let's talk
You
about
know what I'm saying? So let's talk about that a little bit. All right. The first one. Is marriage the goal of this relationship? Like, what is the plan for this? Because if you can't see your like for instance, like let's say one person says, "Hey, I don't want to get married," and another person wants to get married, then that's something y'all have to discuss.
Yeah.
Because it's like, how long does this last with two people with having different thoughts and thought processes?
I don't think it lasts.
Right.
Honestly. Yeah. I mean, that's
if I feel like if they're smart, it wouldn't last.
Yeah. No, it's a hard out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, oh, you don't want to get married? Okay, cool. Like, that's fine. And with that being said, we can't move forward.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because for the person who wants to get married, that's the end goal.
Yeah.
Now, if the other person doesn't want to get married, there is no end goal.
And what if the person says they don't want to get married, whether it be woman or man, take that.
Yeah.
Don't think that y'all gonna be able to get in a relationship and you're gonna change their mind.
Facts.
That if you just be good enough and love them hard enough and all of that, no, don't do that to yourself.
Hard out.
Please don't.
Don't do that to yourself. Like if they say that's a serious question. Definitely because I think women are more, and this is my opinion. They're more the ones that'd be like, if he says, no, I ain't really thought about marriage or they ain't really been on the table for me, and she's like, well, I want to get married, and that's what and he says that they're more to have to try to change a man's mind, or think that they could change his mind if stuff, and then it can be going good 3-4 years, and things are great.
Yeah,
and he ain't even thought about proposing. And she started talking about it, and he's like, "Shoot, I told you 4 years ago."
No, real talk. Yeah,
that I wasn't interested in marriage. I like things just the way they are.
Right.
And I think women love a man with a plan.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what is your vision for yourself? And then what is your vision for us if we move forward?
Mm-hmm.
And when you talking about, well, I don't really think about marriage. Like, and most women might like, you ain't got no vision.
Yeah.
Like, what do you want? And I'll get it. Marriage does not have to be on the cards for either one, on the table for either one.
Right. No, real talk.
Because if both of y'all say, you know what? No, like, I really don't ever think I would get married. And that person's like, well, cool. I don't never plan on getting married either. Then if y'all still want to just be together and rock,
right,
cool.
It'll work out.
Because y'all on the same page. It just can't be one wants it and one doesn't.
Yeah.
It ain't going to work.
Yeah, my thing is you try to wait for somebody to change or think you can change their mind, you'll get resentful.
Yeah.
Quickly.
And if a person doesn't want to get married, they have a reason for it. And those reasons usually lies deep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so their stance on it, if it's a no, then expect it to be a no.
Yeah.
And just how, like, for instance, just like another person would be like a hard no on something. Just like a person who is heterosexual and then somebody homosexual asking them to go out or something, do something.
Mm-hmm.
It's a hard no.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like that, like there are hard no's that people have.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So they may not bring it up a lot. They might not say a lot about it because their no was their no.
Right. And my thing is too is if if this person tells you like, yeah, no, they don't want to get married, they never want to get married, they cool with just the way things are, and then you say okay, and then go along with it, they're going to what's the word I'm looking for? They're going to take your word for it.
They're gonna hold you to it
and just hold you to it. Right. You know what I'm saying? Just gonna be like, hey, listen, you knew what you was getting into. So when you coming at me, a few times a year talking about getting married and you mad at me.
Go get that rejected proposal.
Yeah, no, real talk. It's like, look, you said that you was cool
Don't
with
get
it.
that on the knee, brother, if you ain't sure.
And it ain't no thing where it's like, well, I changed my mind. It's like, well, no, you said that you wanted to get married. I told you I did not ever, and you chose to move forward.
And
you know what I'm saying?
I would go so far as say, even if they do change their mind, you should still question it. Like, why they changing their mind? Why all of a sudden you about marriage now? Mm-hmm. Like, it's a topic that needs to be deeply discussed.
Maybe I wasn't in the marriage until I met you.
Hey, that could be great, but we're gonna have to talk about it.
You changed my heart.
It's like, hey, I still don't want to get married. What you want me to do? I don't.
But it's like a instant expiration date.
Instant.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like y'all can be together
because it's hard not to want more
long?
Or something.
Yeah, that's the one. How long?
Yeah.
And so and there comes a point to where
everybody ain't open
y'all could be wasting y'all time. Y'all gonna be wasting each other's time.
Yeah.
Because it's like one person wants marriage, the other person doesn't. And then I was just like, hey, man, like, send each other on y'all ways.
Yeah.
Y'all unevenly yoked.
Yes.
Hey, big time.
It happens.
At that point. Like, seriously.
Yeah.
Just let it rock. It's okay.
It's okay. All right. You ready for the next one?
Yeah. Let's do it.
All right. We're going to be rolling. We're rolling. What are your deal breakers that will cause you to walk away from this relationship?
Not wanting to get married. No, deal breakers are huge.
And it's like
very huge.
Like, my thing is like, what is the, because a lot of people have these things that they don't like or whatever, and that it'll be like a tough conversation with.
Yeah.
But like, what is your like, okay, if you do this, then I'm out.
Yeah.
Like, if you cheat, I'm out. If you put your hands on me, I'm out.
Right.
If you do, you know what I'm saying? Like, stuff like that. Like, this, I feel like it's important to discuss, like, what are like, or if there are outs. Well, if you don't have an out, like, talk about those type of things.
Yeah, and I found that some of those, like, typical, don't put your hands on me, don't cheat on me.
Yeah.
Some of those people just, they need to know because they figure if you don't say it, then it might be okay with you. Like, real, I found that out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, or they just think that you'll stick around. You know what I mean? And it's like, wait, what? What made you think that? So my thing is like, hey, listen, if them is your things, let it be known because some people is like, hey,
you can't don't assume anything.
Yeah, they'll assume that because you didn't say nothing, maybe not that you are okay with it, but that you'll stick around if they were to do it.
Because some people they're verbally abusive.
Yeah.
So that's conversation like, hey, like when you get mad, have you ever cussed your significant other out?
Yeah.
Called them out their name?
Right.
Yeah.
Like, what do you, how do you handle that? Because, like, that's probably a deal breaker for me. Like, if you get to the point where you calling me out my name, like, because in my mind, like, now that's been somewhere in you the whole time.
Yeah.
Like what you want. Yeah.
Like what you been thinking about me this whole time that's able to come out.
Right.
So it, like so certain things, like, I think deal breakers is important. I do think sometimes for some people, deal breakers can change once feelings change.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because some things you think maybe like, I'll never take this. I'll never stand around for this. When you love somebody, it don't be that easy.
It don't.
All the time
They definitely don't.
To walk away.
Right.
You like, it's easy, like, up front when we talking about getting into this, like, I care about you. I want to see what we can do further. But that love ain't there for real.
Yeah.
So it's easy to list. I'll never put up with this. I'll never put up with this. I'll never put up with this. When love is in the picture, let me tell you, you'll put up with, I think anybody that's truly ever been in love can honestly say, they put up with some things or took some things that they never thought they would have put up with or took.
Yeah, no, real talk.
Yeah,
Real talk.
I can definitely agree with that. I think that you have to be careful to, like I said, we have to be careful on like our deal break. I like understanding why we have these deal breakers.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's because like if I say, if I say my deal breaker is, hey, don't cheat on me, then you need to understand what cheating is like for me.
Right.
Like what am I feeling if you were to cheat on me?
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Unlike the trust that been broken, like all that stuff. So it's like, because I don't want you to just look at it as something. Okay, he just don't want me to cheat on him. No, it's so much deeper,
Right.
and there's so many layers to it, and so like you need to understand that this is a major violation for me.
Mhm.
Like on a whole bunch of levels. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's
And,
real.
and if you don't know that, like, you know what I'm saying, not to say that like you may be more prone to cheat, but I want you to understand the magnitude. So if I do choose to walk away, it's not just because you cheated, it's because of all these things that come with you cheating.
No, real talk.
Yeah.
And like I say, even like stuff that isn't like typical, some people's deal breakers is, I don't want you to be on social media for whatever reason. Probably something for their trauma. Or some people might be, you're on social media, so I want you to love me out loud and put pictures of us all over the place and do stuff like that. And if you don't do that, that's a deal breaker for them.
Yeah.
Which, again, these aren't necessarily like the typical, don't put your hands on me, don't cheat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Kind of the ones that are like, come on, that's like common sense, or at least it should be.
You would think so, but
Yeah, apparently not.
people
Man.
out here hitting people and cheating, so
It's true.
you know what I'm saying? So I mean, it's more common than you think, you know what I'm saying?
But yeah, either way it go, it's definitely a discussion that needs to be had. And like you said, Los, for most people, even if that deal breaker is because of like past trauma, which that is a whole nother subject, it's there.
Right.
And it has to be discussed.
And respect it. Like, respect a person's deal breaker. Like, just because it's not your deal breaker, like, it's theirs.
Yeah.
So you're
some
going to have to
people
respect
deal breakers
it.
just like control.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like, I'm not going to be with somebody that tries to control me or that's a control freak.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, I mean, and so, like, it's, like, in my opinion, it's there's like if it's a control thing, I feel like there's levels to that control thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like the control, like if you're thinking, hey, nobody's gonna control me, then I feel like there's been some type of maybe some history there.
Yeah. There's
You know what I'm saying?
There's
Like,
been
there's
some
some
type
type
of control at some point.
Yeah, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? So it's just like, hey, I don't want to go through that again, and I don't like anything that looks like that. And once I see that, hey, I'm out.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So we have to just, like I said, be respectful of a person's deal breaker and talk about them and on a deeper level and not just surface things.
Mhm.
Why is this a deal breaker for you?
Because I'm sure, like,
Some stuff don't need an explanation of why.
Yeah,
it's a
no,
deal
real
breaker.
talk.
like
For real.
Don't
yeah,
hit me.
yeah, you don't need to, like, why don't punch me in the mouth. You know what I'm saying? but it's just like, but I do think that, like, there needs to be some type of thing like, hey man, physical or verbal altercations, they do something to me, it put me in a mind state that I don't like to go in.
Mhm.
So I can't be with somebody who is aggressive when we are arguing or have an argument.
Right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't do aggression.
Mm-hmm.
That's just my thing.
Yeah.
So if I'm with somebody who's like aggressive, then I'm gonna have to politely decline the relationship.
Nah, real talk. I feel you on that.
You know
and I
what
think
I'm
I heard
saying?
you say it before. It's like when your girl is getting aggressive with you, it's kind of like, okay, you're acting in a manner where it's like you trying to fight.
Yeah,
And it's like-
I can't fight you. So what?
I can't and I won't fight you.
Yeah, so it's like,
chill. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like, why are you talking to me and treating me as if we about to like come to like fisticuffs?
Yeah,
like it's
right.
not gonna happen. Relax.
So it's like, I mess around and say, man, go call your daddy. Bust his head or something. You know, I can't fight you. Like, that's what I'm saying. It's like,
oh man,
like you have to understand, like, so like, and people have their thing. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So it's like, hey, I don't do aggression. And like that's my deal breaker. If we in an argument, you like running up on me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You like bucking? Like
I'm like
do something.
Yeah, like what are you doing? Right. If you don't chill.
I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and go on out of here.
I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna leave.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get some. Go ahead and go out of here. Like, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, like
that's hilarious.
Keep your hands and your hurtful words to yourself.
It's fair. It's fair.
I think that's fair.
It is absolutely fair.
Like, keep your hands and your hurtful words to yourself. You know,
certain type of hurtful. I mean, everybody in a relationship, you're gonna say something hurtful.
And I'm talking like for instance, my thing is you're gonna say something hurtful, but when your intent is to hurt, that takes it on a whole new level. 100%. So you can say something to me, but I'm an intent person.
Mm-hmm.
So if you are intentionally trying to hurt me and you like to say hurtful things to me that you know that's going to bother me, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, and stuff that we done talked about, because that's my thing is I feel like you've taken advantage of my vulnerability.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because the people you closest with, you know something about that person that can hit them.
Yeah.
And like this goes like we know them. Like,
that's why your mama didn't love you.
It's like, whoa. I'm gonna choke you now. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like we have to be aware of those type of things.
Yeah, no, that's real.
You know what I'm saying? So but if you intentionally trying to hurt me, then like I feel like I might look at you a little differently. Like
that's facts. Cause my thing is like it's okay to be mad.
Yeah.
You're gonna make your partner mad, but my whole thing is don't be mean.
Yeah.
You can be mad without being mean.
Yeah.
When you turn mean, that's a whole different thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't rock with that. Can't rock with it.
Yeah. All right. Next one. Children.
Mm-hmm.
How many and when will we start to start having children, and what if we can never have children?
I mean, the kid conversation is very important.
Yeah.
I mean, very important. The hard part about that is sometimes people change their mind.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you can say one thing up front, and then let's say, yeah, I'm open to having children, and you like, well, when we think about having, probably 4 or 5 years, a lot can happen in 5 years that can change. Like, you know what? Man, 5 years ago, I was down to think about children.
Mm-hmm.
Now, not so much.
Yeah.
You know, and that can be a deal breaker for somebody.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, going back to that, like, you know, like, and that's part of a deal breaker. We didn't even mention in deal breakers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like if somebody say, nah, you know what? I don't want any children.
Right.
And the person's like, I definitely want some. You probably shouldn't be together.
Yeah.
You know? But then I say, like, the difficult part is that two people say they do, and then one person at some point was like, I ain't really feeling kids no more.
Yeah.
You know, then it becomes difficult, but I think that's a conversation you got to have up front, but then leave some openness for things to change.
Yeah,
I think
that's change. That's real. Yeah.
Like respect that a person can change their mind.
Especially about something like that.
You know what I'm saying?
I think the why though is going to be the important thing. Like, why you can't just be like, oh yeah, I did want children, and then be like, nope, I don't want them anymore. Definitely when you know this is something your significant other really wants.
Yeah.
So it has to be a conversation like, hey, I know we talked about this before, and I said, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Here's why I'm feeling differently now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And have that open, honest conversation.
Yeah.
Now, it may not end well for both of y'all, but.
Right.
Yeah. But I said, it's like you have to leave room for a changed mind, but also you have to understand that there can be some resistance from your changed mind.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if y'all going for 3 years and strong, and all of a sudden you come up and say, hey, I want to have a kid, and a person like, hey, we talked, like, no, like, I ain't feeling that. Like, it ain't the time to start getting upset.
Yeah.
It's just like no, like, that person is stuck to their guns about it, and you had to change your heart. And so that's a conversation y'all need to have.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But understand that just because you change your mind don't mean they're gonna massively change their mind.
Yeah.
For true.
I mean, cause like I remember like when me and my ladies first started talking, we talked about it. And we at first we was both like, "Nah, I'm cool, I'm done." Like it was a hard no for me.
Mhm.
And like, no, I'm done. Like
Yeah.
these twins is enough.
Yeah.
You know, and she kind of like, I'm cool too. We got together, feelings started growing,
Mhm.
and you start having different like, what would it be like if we, had this together?
Yeah.
You know, so then we kind of started talking about it and kind of was entertaining, like, man, cause I was gun ho, like I'm about to get fixed, like they can have all of this.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And then it started feeling kind of started changing, like, well, what if? And then we took them 3 kids out together. It's like, nah, I think I'm good. I'm like,
Yeah.
like, nah, I think it's like. Then
That's
like then the
hilarious.
weekends that they go with their mom and then he go with his dad and we like, you hear this?
Yep. That
You-
peacefulness.
Yeah.
You see how we could just go and do like.
That's real.
I'm like, if we had one together right now,
Yeah.
we'll still have a kid here.
Yeah.
Like we gotta,
Yeah.
we gotta.
And they're going for the weekend.
Yeah, I'm like, we gotta consider this. I'm
Yeah,
like,
that's real. Yeah.
I think my mom about ready to tap out. Like we didn't had too many back to.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I
no.
say, hold up.
But it's been what it has been though is consistent conversation
Yes.
Mhm.
throughout. Like, hey, we ain't talked about this a minute. How you feeling? What you think?
That's a good
Yeah.
thing, man.
That's
That's a
like
good thing.
anything changed there, and it's always been like, let me know if it's changed. I'm open.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If your, I know I said no, but if your mind is really changed, let's talk about it.
Yeah.
And having that openness, and let's weigh the pros and cons of this at 40.
Yeah. No, real talk.
Yeah.
Facts.
like let's weigh that. But the
Facts.
communication line stayed open, because
Yeah.
and it's giving room and grace for people's mind to change.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And if you're not giving that, it's like, I don't know, like you have to be sensitive to, like, first of all, the subject.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's a big deal in itself.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And just saying, like, hey, because, I mean, me for one, I would be generally intrigued on what brought about the change.
Right.
Yeah.
If we were both hard no for 2 years and all of a sudden you say you want one, it's just like, okay, so, like, how's this come about?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, why it's come about? Let's talk about it. But if I say, nah, we already talked about that, I'm good, and just leave it
Just
like
shut
that,
it down. Yeah.
then there's gonna be a lot of built resentment. coming on.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? And so it's very important to talk about that.
Mm-hmm.
And just, I mean, and I would say if you, like, I mean, there's different aspects for kids. Like, what if one of y'all have kids and the other one doesn't?
Yeah.
Y'all get in a serious relationship, you are potentially about to be stepmom or stepdad.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So how it's a relationship with your kid's mother or father? Like, will a kid stay with us on the weekend? Do we need to get a 3-bedroom house so they can have a room? You know what I'm saying? Like,
All that,
It's a lot
man.
that goes into
Yeah.
it.
there's so much that goes into it, and if you don't have these conversations, they can sneak up on you, and you will have to deal with them at a later state where
Yeah.
things are more kind of
You
tricky.
gotta have those
Yeah.
conversations.
You know,
Like, cause even me, like the lady, I was like, when we talked about it, like, whenever we have a conversation about moving, it was like, hey, like, wherever we move, whatever we do, my daughter's gotta have a bedroom. Like, no, they're not with me all the time. They're with me on weekends. But when they do, or they with me, they gonna have their own spot.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, of course, but you gotta have those conversations, because some might be like, well, they not with you all the time. They only with you on the weekends. There's no reason for them for us to worry about having an extra bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
Some people think that way.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, what if one day they gotta live here?
Right.
yeah. I mean, like, you have to
Because-
Gotta
plan
plan
for
But
it.
for
you
it.
got
Yeah,
you
you gotta
have
plan
to,
for
like,
it.
when you in that type of relationship, you have to have that mentality.
Mm-hmm.
Like, something can happen to their mom, God forbid,
Yeah,
and they got to come here, or they might get old and be like, I want to live with daddy, or I want to live with mom.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
So you got to have that space ready so that it ain't a crazy inconvenience all of a sudden.
And plus, when they come over there, you want them to feel like this is a
that's
home.
Right.
Like, you don't
right.
want them to feel like this is like an uncle house where
Right.
they're sleeping on the couch.
Sleeping on the couch.
Uncle House.
You know what I'm
Yes.
saying?
Like, nah.
No, like they
That
need
ain't-
their own space.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So that's the conversation y'all need to have. Is just like, hey, you got 2 kids and I have 1 kid, so we need to look at least a 4-bedroom household or a 3-bedroom house, like so we can be prepared for this.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
And the important conversation too to have is, hey, if the person you're getting with already has children, it's an important conversation to ask what that relationship like is with that children's parents, other parent.
100.
Yeah.
You gotta have that conversation.
Yeah.
And guess what? The person may not know. Like you may be like, the person may be like, man, hey, it's cool. But at this like the first thing where, you know, like for me, like when I got with her, this was the first person I got with since divorce.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This was the first time my daughter's mom was going to be having her daughters around somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
That's an adjustment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For her, for me, for everybody.
Right.
So you got to have a conversation and be real. Like, hey, you know what? Like, hey, me and her relationship, we've been cool. We've been co-parenting cool. How she going to react to me being in a relationship and her daughter being around another woman? I have no idea.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because it's never happened.
Yeah.
You know? And you got to be able to grow through and have communication about that.
Yeah. I mean,
You
it's
know?
just, there's so many dynamics. Like I said, because it's like I said, what are we going to do if the parent, the other parent doesn't like me being around? And that's an issue.
Like, how do you handle that?
You know what I'm saying? Like how you handle that, and you have to be on the same page of how you handle that.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So
They can call strike between y'all two.
if your thing is, I'm just going to ignore him. I'm just going to ignore him. I ain't going to answer his text.
That's
I
why.
ain't going to answer the phone calls when he start talking crazy. That's not going to work for me.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like you're not about to have somebody calling you 10 times a day,
Mm-hmm.
going you up to answer a conversation. Like, no, I'm going to answer the phone.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to talk to the person. Not like no beef stuff or nothing, but it's like, hey, bro.
Might be beef.
You know, listen, hey, I'm non-violent. You know what I'm saying? And
It's
so,
gonna be like it's gonna be a little tension there.
yeah, listen, hey.
Said he cool with tension. Non-violent, but he cool with the
I'm
tension.
cool with the tension.
Hey, man. Listen, I'm not. Anyway, I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying?
Next one.
Oh, too cool with it. But I'm just joshing. All right. 6.
Mm-hmm.
How often and when is it okay to turn it down?
To turn sex down?
Yeah.
Hmm.
So it's like, so basically, there needs to be a conversation just about intimacy and like sex and how that's going to look in a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Like how many times? How often do you want it?
Yeah,
How often do you expect it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like what?
Like
what's-
realistically.
what satisfies you?
Right.
What's your desires? What's something that's in the bedroom that's an absolute no for you?
Yeah.
Like them type of conversations.
No, they gotta happen.
need to happen.
They gotta happen.
Like what are you not down with doing whatsoever? So this is not even even brought up or tried.
Yes.
Mhm.
And what is something that you like? That's my thing.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, no, real talk.
like I need
Tell me
this.
your thing.
Jig it. And so I'm saying, so like what's your thing? Like let's talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
And let's talk about what's not your thing and never ever is going to happen. Like we need to have that conversation.
Yeah, no, real talk.
And like, you know, we need to talk about what happens when we're beefing. Is sex out the window? Or do we still, you know what I'm saying? Or are we still doing that?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's like there are, I don't know. So like there's things like you don't want to be expecting something
Mm-hmm.
and it doesn't go how you expect it, and that's going to create another layer.
Like my man's wanting to keep that bisexual relationship going.
Yeah,
and them threesomes.
Like
Yeah.
he should have had the conversation.
Yeah.
You
Like,
shoulda had-
hey,
like-
what happened when we get married?
like-
Like, is this
like-
still a go?
You're like, is this still a go? I know we doing this while we dating.
Mm-hmm.
Don't assume anything.
Like, is it still a go when we get married? I need to know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even like, okay, are we having sex while we date?
Yeah.
Do we have
Yeah.
sex, before we get married?
Like, yeah.
Are we
you
waiting
being-
till after
Are
we
you
get
being
married?
celibate?
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
At what point are you like? At what point are we going to have regular sex?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because if you're in a relationship, like if you are just, you know, sometimes boyfriend and girlfriend, y'all might have sex here and there. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But if you are in a serious relationship, Like, are y'all having regular sex now? Like, y'all married, or y'all want to wait till married to have that regular type of sex, where it's just like, no, we're gonna do it 3-4 times a week.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So like, that's a conversation to have. It's just like,
I mean, and like if y'all haven't went there yet, how soon?
Yeah.
Like if we're dating or about to get into a relationship, let's say we haven't had sex yet. And for most, and just being honest, for most people in this generation, serious relationship ain't even getting considered if they ain't went there.
Facts.
But I mean, but if it happens, it's like, what's your waiting period?
Yeah.
So I'm
Yeah.
not pressuring you
Yeah.
for something that you're not ready for or looking to have.
yeah,
Yeah, real talk.
What is too much? What don't you, what are you not cool with?
Mhm.
What do y'all feel about the whole how many partners conversation?
Man, I don't care, honestly. It don't make me no difference.
Do you ask?
No, because I don't care.
I don't.
Do you
know what I'm
answer?
saying? I mean, yeah, but I mean, I wasn't out here bad either, so
Yeah.
I don't feel it. I don't feel it's bad answering the question.
Yeah,
But before I do, I always ask, like, why do you want to know?
Right.
Honestly, like, why do you want to know? What will it make any difference, or is it just to, I don't know, appease your curiosity for whatever
Right.
reason? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
some things is like you don't need to appease your curiosity.
Right.
Just assume the number.
I'd be like, listen.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
probably
just
more
go
than
with
you.
it,
Probably more than you.
which is a fair response.
Like,
And listen, I'm on stuff like, first of all, like if you ask me, then I don't care. I'll tell you, and know that I'm never gonna ask you.
Yeah.
Like I
don't want.
I don't care.
Like I'm never like I'm trying
I
to
don't
emphasize this. I'm never going to ask
Real
you.
talk.
Never.
Like I'm never going to ask you, and I don't want you to tell me free willy.
Yeah.
Like I
it's
want you
cool.
to say, 35. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't like
Would 35 be too many for you?
this. See, that's the thing. Like I'm not getting into that. Like I'm not like, this is my thing. It's like I don't want to know, and I'm cool with it.
Yeah.
Like I'm good with not knowing. You know what I'm
I
saying?
mean, me too.
I'm good with not.
But if
knowing.
you volunteer, it's just like, all right, cool. It don't
But
make
if
me
you
no
like-
difference.
Like,
I'm
I
saying,
don't
to
care
me,
what
I
you
don't-
did before you was with.
I
listen,
don't care.
I don't-
Unless you got something that you couldn't come back from that you can pass on to me. I don't care what you did in your past.
I don't care what you did. I'm just telling you, man. I
Most
know,
don't want to live with the thought.
I
Yeah.
know.
Most wants to feel like he was the only man.
Listen,
ever.
man. Listen. I'm telling you, man. My mind wanders, man. And listen, I wish it didn't.
That's
You know what I'm
hilarious.
saying? But it's just a lot goes on up there, man. And I'm just like, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm good. Like, I don't need to know.
Yeah, I don't care.
But if there's
like, well,
aspects
have some
that
good
I
practice.
should know about, like that you need
That's
to
what I'm
tell me
saying.
about, we can talk about that.
Yeah.
But I'm not about to sit up here and say, and just say, yeah, I done had, I 15, and then I say, oh, okay, I done had 12. Like, I don't want to talk about that.
It's a weird conversation because again, I don't understand the purpose.
Because where do you go from there?
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay.
What have you get? What useful knowledge have you gained?
you had?
Yeah, no, real talk.
You had 15. Did you enjoy all 15?
Yeah, like, why? I don't want to know that.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I don't
that's
care.
what I'm saying. Where does the conversation
Yeah.
go?
Which one was the best? Why did they do this? Like,
what?
Where do I rank on the 15?
Yeah, it's crazy. It's just a weird conversation.
They should be like 10.
I'm like, deal breaker. Just joshing.
Hey, listen, if
Kinda.
you rank 10 on the 15, you know what I mean?
That's
Nah.
failing.
That's
That's failing,
that
bro.
is not. You're not
That's
doing all
failing.
right.
That's like,
bro.
what,
You
C plus?
You are
Nah,
not
that's a
doing all right.
D.
That is a D.
That's a D minus. That's a D minus. You are failing.
I need to be top 3, and you're going to have to tell me how I can get there.
Hey, for real. Hey, draw me a map. Draw me a map.
Oh, my God.
Tell me how I can
man.
get there.
Draw me a map. But yeah.
That's funny, dude.
But yeah, so yeah, I feel like it's just useless information.
It is very useless information.
It's useless information.
Extremely useless.
And I don't see the spoils in it.
there is none.
I really
There
don't.
is none.
Like I said, unless you got something that you can pass on to me, it's don't even worry.
Because everybody has a number, definitely women, that they like, after this number is too high.
Yeah.
And once that's confirmed, then it's like, even if they moving forward, it's somewhere in their mind. Playing tricks on.
Yeah.
So I'm like, hey man, let's just not have a conversation and be, like I said, it's not vital. It's not key.
It's not.
Like there's not a point to it.
Not at all.
And it's just like I said. I mean,
both dudes will be real. Like, hey, listen, I was out here.
Yeah, and that should tell you enough what you need.
Tell you enough of what you need to know.
You know what I'm saying? And she said she was out. I was like, hey, you know, I kind of had a wild college years.
All right, cool. I appreciate what you learned.
All right.
I don't know if I'm gonna say that.
I would say stop talking.
If it's pleasing to me. XP.
Get you top 3.
I'll just go there and just see what happens. Like, I'm not gonna say I appreciate. Never mind.
No,
go for it.
I don't see. I gotta stop. Man. I gotta stop. Can we stop and move on? Y'all got me tripping. All right, next one. How was love expressed to you growing up? And what are things I can do or say to express love to you?
What is your love language?
I hate that question. I'm sorry. I do. I hate it.
Man, I'm going to tell you, I think love languages get a bad rap, but I feel like people take it too much to the extreme. Like, for instance.
Like, I'm all of these.
And so it's like.
At one point or another, yeah.
So it's like, if my love language is physical touch, right? That's my love language. That doesn't mean that I got a red no to all the other love languages.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Give me words and buy me gifts.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like there are certain things that can help, like there are certain things that will make me feel loved by you. And just by you doing that thing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So like if you were to buy me some different things, I can appreciate it. And I can do this. But when we can lay in the bed and we can just kind of be close to each other and chilling, I'm feeling loved at that moment.
Right. Not real talk.
Yeah. So it's like, so I think love languages are real, but we can't take them out of context.
Yeah.
And
I think the whole
how
was love showed to you as a child, or and it ain't just how love was showed. Like, tell me about your childhood.
Yeah.
Because
you'll talk.
That is important.
Because most ways that everyone has something to do with their upbringing.
100%.
Not even just something, a lot.
Yeah.
To do with their upbringing.
Unescapable.
Most of the things that people be like, well, that's just who I am. Yeah.
It's not.
That's what some life has happened to
100%. Yeah.
It made you this way.
Right.
Yeah.
That don't mean like it's some good-hearted people out here that was good-hearted people and God had graced them and developed them with good, kind hearts that got damaged.
Yeah.
And now they are cold-hearted.
Yes.
That's not who they are.
Right.
That's who they allow. They allow life to make them that way.
Yeah.
And sometimes you need to know like what's some things that happen to you, because that's the thing. Like, one of the biggest talks now is like, that triggered me. That's a trigger in mine. You're triggering me.
Yeah.
When you're saying that, that's admitting something has happened to you somewhere along the way that has caused this to be a trigger for you.
Right.
Yeah.
So if I'm triggering you, I'm not the cause of the trigger. Something else has happened to you. So let's talk about that. Let's not talk about what I've just did or said to trigger you. Let's have a conversation of what happened to make this a trigger in the first place.
Yeah.
So I don't have to get the brunt of something that I didn't cause.
Yeah. Yeah, and I would add to that, like, your upbringing, like you said, it plays a huge role on how you are in relationships. So like we was talking earlier, it's like, okay, when we're in an argument, don't yell at me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Maybe in their household, yelling was a thing when they argued.
Right.
So they think it's okay. In my household, it's like, yeah, no, that wasn't a thing.
We didn't do that.
Yeah, so when you yell at me, again, my mind goes to you ready to fight.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, hey, yo, nah, just don't yell at me, because I don't know. I literally don't know how to respond to that. I have no idea how to respond to it. You know what I'm saying?
Like,
but
do I yell back?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. Like, what do I do? You know what I'm saying?
How far do I yell? Like,
Right.
do I like? You know what I'm saying? Like, how much do I get into this?
Yeah,
Because I'm
exactly.
saying, because it's like when you miss like with another guy, guys don't do a lot of yelling at each other for a long period of time.
Nah, not for a long period of time.
It's like you saying some stuff, I'm saying some stuff. Now we gotta do some stuff.
Yeah, that's it.
You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
And so when you dealing with like person you're in a relationship with, it's like now you're just doing this stuff and I don't do anything. Like no, like don't, like don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not gonna sit there.
Oh man,
you know what I'm saying? Now you can, and now I would say this: you can raise your voice.
Sure.
I don't care about your voice being elevated.
Yeah.
But when you are directing and talking down to me and yelling at me and being aggressive, then that's when it's kicking into the no thank you.
Yeah. Sometimes I mean, watch your tone.
It's fair.
Yeah,
it's fair.
I can't be mad at
because
that.
you keep this tone for so long, it's gonna take me somewhere.
Nah, real talk.
Yeah.
And I was gonna say, I'll add to that too. Like, you know, if say like for me, like my family dynamic, we're all really close. I'm close to my brother. I'm close to my sisters. I'm close to my mom. Yeah. Like we all really close. And then you're dealing with somebody who's not that close to their family, right? And they never have been, or their relationship isn't as tight knit as yours.
Yeah.
So it could look weird to them. You know what I'm saying? Like why y'all spend so much time together? Why y'all so close? And it's like, well, shoot, like my house used to be the house all my cousins came to and stayed the night.
Y'all not so close?
It's more
like,
you know what I'm saying? And usually the response is like, wait a minute, like this is normal. This is like being this close to your family is how it should be.
Right.
Yeah.
And so when you have somebody who don't have the same kind of family dynamic, it can look, you know what I'm saying? It can look very different to someone. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And again, and it goes into, I believe, how people just respond around your family. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, or when you want to go visit your family and they kind of like, no, I'm kind of cool on that because that's just not something I'm used to and I don't understand it.
And you have to be a learner. Like, you have to understand, you have to be a learner when you're in a relationship.
Yeah.
Like, you have to learn, like, okay, so this person in their family, understanding their family dynamic and why they like, you know what I'm saying? Because like I said, if you never had that, and like y'all don't really talk a lot, and so you have to understand, hey, I might talk to my moms every day.
Right.
That just is what it is.
Yeah.
But if you talk to your moms every other week, then it's just like, it's gonna look kind of weird if I talk to my moms every day because I'm looking at you weird and you only talk to your moms every other week.
Right. No.
You know what I'm saying? So communication has to be there with stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And,
definitely.
And like I said, this like being able to understand, like you are, just like what Rece was saying, you are a product of your life.
100.
Like you can, like there are things that happen to you that definitely uniquely affect who you are and your output of the world. Right? You know, and those things that are strong, that are stressors, they need to be talked about.
Yeah.
But I think the first thing is you need to be aware of those things.
Right. 100%.
You know what I'm saying? So if we have a relationship and I never say anything about being aggressive and stuff like that, and then it happens, and then I'm like a hard no to that, it could be like, dang, we ain't never like, why is this such a big deal for you?
Yeah.
Now we got to go into it. But that's something that we can talk about beforehand that you can really understand, get the whole scope of it.
Right.
Right. And that's going to always be an ongoing conversation. Like, it's not saying like all this stuff is just going to get poured out. Because sometimes you ain't going to even think about it until a situation comes up.
Yeah, absolutely.
But just talking about how you was raised, how you was upbringing, what's your relationship like with your parents, what that looks like, what's your, not even just, and then it got to go deeper. Like, some of it's surface.
Yeah, some
like,
of it.
How would you grow up? What was your relationship like with your family? Like, but
it was cool. We ate dinner.
Yeah, ask the deeper questions. Like, okay, so this happened. How did that make you feel?
Yeah.
You know, like how did that affect you?
Yeah.
You know what you know, like some of the relationships that you had early on in life affects you.
Right.
You know, and I'm talking early on. You can be 16 and
Yeah.
get heartbroken and it'll change you.
Yeah.
Facts.
like
talk.
you gotta understand that about yourself first.
Yeah.
But if you're going into a relationship with somebody, you need to understand that every relationship this person that's been in prior to you has affected them in some type of way.
Mhm.
Yes.
And you need to have those conversations about those things that happen and the dynamic of some of those relationships. Because whatever affect them now that y'all in a relationship, guess what? It's going to affect you
Right.
Yes.
and affect y'all as a couple.
Yes. And it's not in my opinion, it's not a matter of if.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
no,
a matter
that's
of
real.
when.
That's facts, boy.
And if you can know it, it ain't necessarily like these conversations right now, like around this stuff is deal breaker stuff. It's an understanding.
Yeah.
So now if you do, let's say, lash out,
Yeah.
and I know like, okay, this person, like you grew up like this and this is what some stuff that's happened to you. You're not lashing out because you have an intent towards me.
Mm.
This is how you told me your family likes to deal with stuff.
Mhm.
So let's talk about let's try to unpack
Let's come back
this.
down and bring you back down.
Like hey,
and let's talk because
I'm-
that's a no for me.
yeah.
Right.
'Cause
Right.
it's like, hey, listen. I understand your daddy did this. I'm not him.
Yeah.
I will never treat you like that. I will never make you feel like that. And I understand that's some stuff that you've been through, and that's the reason you reacting this way right
Yeah.
now. I'm here to tell you I'm not that.
right.
Yes.
So you don't have to come at me like that. You don't have to attack me like that because I will never attack you like that. And I understand you just in defense mode right now because you're protecting yourself from stuff that happened to you before.
And like I had to use the normalized thing, but you have to be sure to let people know, like, hey, that really hurt my feelings.
Man, you
Mhm.
have to be able to communicate.
You know what I'm
that.
saying? Like you yelling at me like that hurts my feelings, and now in turn, now I'm feeling angry towards that
Right.
because my feelings are hurt, and I didn't think that you would be a person that would hurt my feelings. Now I'm upset.
Yeah. Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Like you have to be able to understand that, and we have to be aware that they may be yelling because their feelings are hurt.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like we have to like
Like it's something you
inquire.
gotta realize, like, hey, this ain't normal.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you normally don't yell or go off like this.
Yeah.
What's really wrong?
Mm-hmm.
Real talk.
Like, cause you're upset right now. Why are you upset?
Yes.
You know, so yeah, you got to have all the talks about love and how to express it, how to show it. But that those childhood and those upbringing conversation.
Oof.
Because honestly, when you go to marital counseling, that's the biggest thing they try to talk to you about.
No,
Yeah.
real talk.
You're trying to
It's-
understand.
It's such an impact.
Yeah,
Mhm.
understand each other's upbringing so you can understand how one person was raised versus the other person and the type of things that can come from that.
Yeah.
Man, the more and more we talk about this, it sounds like a lot of work.
It is. I mean, I'm giving the right impression there.
Sounds exhausting.
It
Can be. And I'm not going
Now, is
to sugarcoat
Can it be worth it?
Yes.
Absolutely.
100%.
Can it be worth it? Absolutely. But I ain't gonna sugarcoat it.
No.
A good relationship don't happen. Just
Yeah,
don't, it
no,
ain't-
real talk.
It just
Yeah,
don't
it take work.
miraculously happen.
Yeah.
Like even a good friendship.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
absolutely.
it does not just miraculously happen. Like it takes work, it takes trust. But to get the trust, it takes the work to get the trust sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To
Mhm.
be able, it ain't like somebody's working for your trust or working for your love, but you just have to be able to do certain things and put that time in and overcome some things to get there.
Yeah.
We'll talk. All right, last one. Finances and credit.
Yes.
Listen,
In the podcast.
you have to
Yes, no.
you have to talk about finances and like how the household's gonna be ran, the bills. Like, is someone gonna be y'all have a two income family or one income family?
Sharing
Like,
the bank account.
You know what I'm saying?
not
Share
sharing
bank
the
accounts. If your credit is trash,
And it's
y'all
no
trying to
one
get a
cut
house,
pony
like-
for it, y'all.
Yeah.
you said what? Say it again.
It's like it's no one cut thing for this.
No,
Like,
no.
cause a lot of times I just hear people that's married, and some people have the aspect of everything should be together. For some marriages, yes.
Mhm.
That may work.
Not for every like don't tell you because definitely the church. The church will lead you to believe like this is the way and this is the only way.
Yeah.
Like no. You have to find out what works financially by learning and having these conversations about financial. And listen, men, yes, we are leaders. Yes, we are supposed to lead the house. A great leader, first of all, understands where they are weak at. And where they are weak at, they have to relinquish some control and put somebody else that's stronger than that. If your woman is better at you in finances, my brother, let them handle it.
For real.
Because it's only going to better the group. It's going to better the team.
Because it's not about you. It's not like this ain't like she's in your life because she is better at finances.
Yeah.
That's what I believe.
Yeah.
You might triple y'all worth.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
You might have her bankrupt. You know, like
you know what
straight
I'm saying? So like you have to relinquish some of that control, which I know it may seem hard, but it's like what Rece said, sometimes we grow up and sometimes we have this thing on how things should be. Well, I tell you, man, the Bible is the Bible, not what people think. You know what I'm saying?
Not real talk.
But people will try to say what they think as like it's the Bible.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Two
Like
should become one. That means you bring everything together.
Yeah, it's
that's not what all that's saying.
That's
relax.
And so like my thing,
Not theological.
my thing is what we agree with, like what we agree to in our household.
Yeah.
Forget what everybody says.
What
Forget
works for us.
what your mama said, what the pastor. What's working for us?
Yeah.
Because if y'all arguing every time y'all talk about bills, something's not working.
Mm-hmm.
Like, look at that.
Yeah, because for me, what's not gonna happen is I go to work every day, and somebody gonna tell me where I'm going to spend every last dime. But that's not gonna work for me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We gonna work together, and we gonna make sure these bills and savings and all that, and you can run it.
Yeah.
Like my lady right now, like she's better at this than me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like I am a spender.
Mm-hmm.
She knows how to save. So we didn't have conversations like, hey, we ever go to this next level, when we go to this next level, like, you got it.
Yeah.
Here, we'll send stuff. Only thing I need is make sure I have it adequate enough to go in my spending where I can go spend what I want to spend though.
Yeah.
And we can talk about what that looks like.
Right.
And it don't matter who's the breadwinner.
It doesn't matter who's the breadwinner
at all.
And like you said, those conversations, man, this about like for instance, like don't take such a hard stance on something that you don't leave any room for discussion. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, let's just say y'all budget, hey man, we're gonna do $500 every 2 weeks, and then after a couple of months, the one person says, hey, this ain't really working for me. No, that's what we said. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, no, that's real.
Like,
Can't be like
that's not gonna work.
It ain't gonna
Ain't
work.
no wiggle room.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
no,
nah, we ain't say that. Like, it's not gonna work.
Ain't
Yeah.
gonna work. That's
funny.
Because to me, outside of course, like the regular deal breakers and cheating and all that, finances, lack of communication, and sex will destroy a relationship quicker than anything else.
Yeah.
And that's outside of the abuse
Yeah,
and cheating
yeah.
and stuff like that. But those three things, finances will kill a relationship and definitely a marriage.
Yes. Because when those finances are going bad, then that's going to
It affects everything.
Everything.
That's going to break down the communication.
Like,
It breaks down communication. It breaks down trust.
I'm not a fun broke guy to
Bruh.
be around.
It breaks down everything.
Like nobody wanted like how you like we ain't feeling good if we broke.
Yeah,
and
real
it's a
talk.
difference between if something comes up
Yeah.
and it causes y'all to be in a hard time together. That's life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if something happens and y'all broke because one person didn't want to listen,
Mhm.
Yeah.
it's a whole different ballgame.
Yeah.
And one person's always scrambling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like, let me go do this. Let me go do this. Like, dude, if the person has to scramble every time because of your bad decisions,
Yeah.
like that's gonna become a issue.
Mhm.
That first of all, it's already an issue. It's just an unvoiced issue.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then when you have those built up unvoiced issues, then when they finally are voiced, it's usually not in the most healthy manner.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? And so like credit too. It's like what's your credit look like? Like, no, I want to buy a house in 2 years. Are you gonna have your stuff together by then? You know what I'm saying? Like that's a really big thing to talk about.
Yeah, debt.
Yeah,
We
debt.
forgot that one. Debt is a big one.
Yeah, that's probably debt
Debt
credit.
is a
Yeah, all
real
yeah,
big
yeah.
one. Yeah.
Like student loans, you got student loans,
Like,
you got
yeah,
doctor
man,
bills.
nah,
like,
talk, boy.
They say they got a master degree. You might start asking some questions.
Yeah.
Like,
how much is that debt?
like how much is that? Like,
I
them
like
student
those
loans
smart,
look
but you
like,
got doctor's
yeah.
degree, then I'm good. You know what I'm
Congratulations.
saying?
For real.
But how much was that was paid out of pocket,
You
or
know what
how
I'm
much was
saying?
that was on loans? Like,
Dude
you
told
gotta-
us the other day his wife got $400,000 in debt. Student loans.
student loans,
I said, good God.
hospital debt, like all that
Yeah.
comes into place. And the time to find that out ain't when it's like, hey, I'm ready to start looking for a home. You're like, all right, cool, let's go. Then you fill out that credit thing and then come back denied.
Yeah.
You know, like, well, so why we get denied? Well, you know, he got $400,000 worth of student loan debt. You looking at like,
Hey,
what?
That's wild. Yeah.
And you married now,
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
so now it's y'all debt, not just
Yeah.
and not
Gotta help
just
take
his.
care of it,
Like,
yeah.
like now y'all got to
So have that conversation, man. Like
That's
have that
real.
conversation.
now y'all
talk
in a
about
one
it.
bedroom apartment with 3 kids.
That's
Yep.
hilarious.
Yeah, making pallets. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I like a good palate.
I hate it.
Not every day.
No, not every day.
Not every day.
Right.
Destroy
It's
your
cool.
back.
It's cool.
Ain't
Once or
nothing
twice
good
a
about
month.
your back and hips.
Ain't nothing good about it.
For real. Ain't nothing like getting up in the morning from a pallet when you grown.
A pallet is for a
When
pallet
you grown?
is
yeah,
for a
it's the worst.
kid.
Yeah, when you grown,
My daughters love sleeping on the floor. I tried that one time. It was the worst.
Oh man,
Ask them in 25
Bruh.
years how they like sleeping on the floor.
Listen.
You know what I'm saying?
back done.
Done.
Done. Wake up all kind of pops.
I couldn't even go sleep.
Hey, facts. No, real
Listen.
talk.
I can go to sleep, but
Nah,
I ain't
go
gonna want to
to
wake
sleep.
up.
No,
I want to get
no,
up.
boy.
I don't want to wake up.
I can go to sleep. I can
Hey,
sleep.
that's hilarious.
I can sleep
man.
anywhere, but getting up, I'm like, yeah, I think I'm straight.
You just lay there.
Yeah, I want to get
Hey,
up.
that's funny,
Floors.
man.
I don't care how much blankets you got down.
A floor is a floor. A floor is a floor.
It's just what it is.
I was like, it's carpet. No, it's a floor. it's a floor.
Underneath there is either concrete or wood.
For real.
Hey, facts. That's hilarious.
Either one is
man.
bad.
Right. It's not good for you.
That's too
man.
funny.
Listen, man. When you get into a serious relationship, ask these questions, and there are other questions, but make sure that when y'all are talking about it, y'all not just going into this at a surface level, because the things that's underneath are going to come up, and that's not like we said before. That's not an if; it's a matter of when.
Facts.
Don't be so caught up in the fairy tale and the fluffiness of the feelings
Yeah.
that you don't have the serious conversation that can make this last past the fluffiness and feeling.
No, real talk.
Yeah.
Don't romanticize relationships and marriages
Yes,
to that point.
real talk.
It's true.
I like it.
Good stuff, guys.
I love it. Hey man, like, comment, subscribe,
Y'all know the drill.
vote, all of that.
Said vote.
Yep.
Yeah, do all that stuff.
All that stuff.
All right. Good
Yeah.
stuff. We out.
Yeah.
Douche.